Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, wherever you are in the world. It's Friday. Well, I guess not everywhere in the world. Some people it's Saturday morning. They can predict the future. But we're here in Ottawa. Going to be doing some real world Air Canada Express flights. Ottawa down to Toronto, Toronto to DC to Reagan, and then we'll do the round trip back in the CRJ-900. I do have the Sim Update 8 beta. Good news for me is the Tobii eye tracker now has some settings in the sensitivity, so that is fantastic. And just before the flight, I set a few custom cameras so I can have a better just quicker access on the Stream Deck. I've done this in the past, but the settings go away or something. I don't know, but we'll figure it out here. So just starting up everything cold and dark. We got the external power on, and yes, happy Friday. Let me know in the chat, how are things with you today? So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna get the I can't go lower than this. But then I lose my mouse. There we go. We're gonna put the Aris to nav. And while I'm here, it's that's fine for now. Well, that's good. Yeah, so we'll go to the EFB, get the fuel in. Zero fuel weight is doing good. New laptop is fully operational. The old laptop will be formatted this weekend. Nice. And sell off for $1 million. Zero fuel weight is 65,455. And then block fuel is 7,889. Seems like very little. Set the payload in the simulator, copy perf init data to the FMS. We're gonna go with flaps 8. It is actually dry here in Ottawa. We're gonna set the V speeds right away and landing speeds. And that's it for now here. Then we'll go into my we'll go into the custom. We'll go up to the overhead. Up to the overhead. You see the news. So now we can get the APU power fuel, and then start the APU. Then we get our lights, nav, and logo. Then we'll do the hydraulic test. Keep that one off. And if we go, everything's green there, so we can go back up. And put everything to auto. So APU is available. We can do our air conditioning. On. Recircling is on. Aft cargo on. And then anti-ice we'll put low. Passenger seat signs. Just leave it on auto. No smoking sign is on. You'll either sell the old one or use for Bitcoin farm. Yeah. Everything's Bitcoin farming. Cockpit recorder. We're good there. Spoilers are on auto. Reverse thrust, that's set to or thrust reversers armed. Then we can go back down to the lower pedestal. Stab trim on, mock trim on, and yaw damper on. And then we can go to the FMS, back to the FMS again. So here we're gonna put in our CYOW-CYYZ. Come on. Connection loss, but ensure like kind of like a 1.5 gig connection. What do you want? I think I know why it's now it's saying successfully connected. Okay. I've got that. Should work now. There we go. Route is loaded. Execute. Perf init. Passengers 70. Cruising altitude today is 340. And route is direct to Tukir and Amoeba 6. runway 14. And there's no SID. Actually, let's take a look if there is a SID at all. No. Just departure 4. Ottawa 4 departure. And back here, put in, we're going to ILS 23. And then it's going to be Amoeba 6. That's pretty much it. And we can go to legs. So 2 here. Get rid of the discontinuity. Oh yeah, and the CRJ, it's you just move it up. Just joined. Did you load this flight plan from Simbrief? Yeah, I did. The cancel mod. And then vectors. Should be good now. So if we go back to the EFB will tell us our takeoff trim 6.9. 6.9. Then if we look, I have no clue what just happened. Takeoff. Well, 7 point. What's my trim on this? Yeah, departure and arrival was already there. Just double checking, and there's no SID in Ottawa. What was I looking for? I was looking for the trim. Rudder trim? No. And then this. Next instrument view. Yeah, well, get rid of that. The bottom. And that way I can, so it was a 6.9. There, takeoff trim is at 6.9. Hey, Popcorn, nice to see you. I'm at work eating lunch. Nice. I'm at work at the airport. Maybe JFD will loan you one of his 39s one day, or perhaps one will sprout from his Bitcoin farm. Yeah, yeah. Go back to. Yeah, so now we can center heading bug for the runway. We're going to runway 14. 14 is... Oh, it's straight on 140. Span next. Not a chance. Dismiss, CRJ, jazz upper. So, want to set the heading? Heading to 140. You'll see that here. So one, actually, I overshot it. There we go. 140. That's set. And then close the doors, chocks, everything. We'll go back to the EFB. Wheel chocks out. So here you've got the Ottawa, like it's the Ottawa Jetway, but this is actually Land VFR Jetway Pro, because I can tell just by the texture. So the Ottawa, what's his face? Roman Design would have used some default extender and then used default for the extension. So then it turns into Jetway Pro. So you'll actually hear the bell going off. For some reason, some people, they just don't like the bell, and it's like, what? That's the real sound. So get the Jetway out of there. I guess I gotta tell the other guys to leave too, because baggage is still there. So baggage is leaving. Or is baggage just now wanting to do stuff? I have no clue. It looks like baggage is leaving. So Still have to do the doors on the outside, I guess. Aft cargo. Catering. Send them away. I think catering is now. Maybe some people find the bell sound gimmicky. My response to them, better than FS Realistic's toilet flush. Exactly. Exactly. Okay, catering buzz off. Alright, we're gonna get ready for a pushback. Now we can go back to the overhead. Boost pumps on. Beacon light on. And I do want to add some lights because it's gonna get dark in here. And I rather this flight left early this morning, but I'm just gonna leave it as live time. So pretty much once we get to Toronto and we get to the gate there, it'll just be refuel, get the next flight plane loaded in, and then push back, take off. And same thing once we get to Reagan. So lights, those are all on. Need anything else down there? No, there's go for pushback. Oh god, we are still talking about FS unrealistic. Oh man. A joke of 2021. Like it pushed back like before I even like took the brakes off. Oh, and I put it 114. It's 140 for the heading. All right, take off the hold. It's weird because in the CRJ, like, I don't hear the sound. I don't hear... Normally it's like cockpit to ground. None of that. Alright, so he's ready. Alright, so we'll get the we'll get things started. We'll get the right side. Left engine. Then we can get the probes on. Flap at 5.
The safety features and procedures of the aircraft in case of an emergency. During an emergency, please remain in your seats with your seatbelts fastened and your seats in the upright position. In case of a drop in cabin pressure, breathing masks will drop from the ceiling and should be placed over your head. If there is smoke in the cabin during the evacuation of the aircraft, the walkway emergency lights will display to the exits, which are located here and here. In case of an extreme emergency landing, you will be instructed to get into the brace position, which is executed by placing your head between your knees.
The brace position?
We would also like to remind you that you should turn off all electronic devices. We thank you for paying attention during this brief presentation.
Taxi lights. And then once we get ready for takeoff, then we can do the strobe and landing lights. We're going with flap 1? Flap 8. Okay. So, I think that's what happened the other day, was I had it at flap 1 and it was like, yeah, flap 8. Good. Still the yaw damper. Emergency lights off. Emergency lights are armed. Base skid inbound, outbound. Never seen that and haven't had anything to do with that. So. I think I've seen that before. Up on the overhead? Oh. Alright. I don't want that stuff. Got Air Canada, you got WestJet, Alaska, RCMP. Is it? That's the police. Making sure that there's no blockades. It's now a state of emergency in Ontario. Due to the blockades. Because politicians don't want to talk to their constituents. You then now have a call for a state of emergency to get rid of them. Just talk to them. The thing is your problem of not talking to them is just blowing it up because it's spreading across the country. It's not just Ottawa now. And it's like whether you agree with the protests or not, it's like they have the freedom to protest. Other people are allowed to protest, but they're allowed to deface property and stuff, and it's completely fine. These guys are like just peacefully downtown, and that's not right. And their points are just as valid as the protests from what, last summer or the summer before. Does anyone know how to load the flight details at the top of the screen, which show the... Oh, like what I have? This is why is it not even showing the ETA? Once I get up in the air, it's a program. This is Fly Now, but there's another one that I find streamers are using, but I stick to this one because I've already customized it. I don't need to customize it some more. So I still have the skidding skid thing on. Anti-skid. Armed. Boom. There we go. That's what it was. It's probably because it's... What's the temperature out here? But it's probably cold. Alright, up to the top. Get the lighting lights on. And strobe. Taxi off. Here we go. Here we go, toga. It's a toga party. B1. Positive rates. Gear up. now we can work on EP, nav. Back to climb. Clear the flaps. Is it on nav? No. There we go. Finally onto nav. Gonna climb up to 10,000 for now. Speed. Speed will 220. Yeah, so yeah, now I'm off the controls. It's just give me a second here. Yep, then. Going up to flight level 340. It is just search Fly Live Studio. That's what it is. Thick clouds here. check the meter. Now, it won't give me anything. Because these are all small little airports, air parks. Yeah, no problem. There's also, I forget what it's called, but people are using that for like charts and stuff. It's and there's a different overlay in there, but if you're trying to see it yourself while flying, like if you're not trying to stream, then you're just better off the HUD, just adding the HUD. That's in like exterior mode, but I think you can probably even have it in the cockpit also. John Lou, thanks for the sub. I forget what's the other program, but Fly Live Studio, it's very easy to set up and it's free. Gonna go back to the front. And what I want to do here was, oh yeah, the X flow. We can take off our landing lights. But the landing lights in the CRJ doesn't work with the regular settings. It's an odd one. We can go back to regular. Other than that, that's pretty much it. But yeah, we've got we got a few more hours to go in this plane today. I mean, like, few hours. So we got 218. About yeah, about 30 minutes till we land in Toronto. We'll go to the gate, refuel, get the next flight plane ready, and we'll take off again down to Washington. I think Washington's going to be a longer flight, slightly longer, and then we'll do the return back to Toronto and then back to Ottawa. But I do have to watch out. Once it gets up to cruising altitude, I've got to manage the thrust, because being in the climb detent, you're just gonna rock it. Like, you really don't need that. Then it starts to overspeed. But yeah, we're still in the thick of the clouds. But oh, here we go. Because pretty much as soon as we took off, you had clouds maybe about 4,000 feet. And then now we're up to like flight level 270, and we're still at the top of those clouds. We have time to stop by the Maple Leaf Lounge. Well, you'll have to go to the Maple Leaf Lounge Express. But Air Canada Express doesn't have business class. I'm pretty sure they don't. Normally you'd have it with business class or first class at Maple Leaf Lounge, or unless you paid for it. Paid for a membership or something. But I remember United. Was it? Yeah, because United. When I got to Denver, United's. I was now flipping from Air Canada over to United, and I upgraded to business class, but they wouldn't let me in their lounge. They said due to high volumes, like a lot of people wanting to go in there, plus with COVID restrictions, I couldn't go in. All right. So I ended up to the Cantina Mexican place in Denver. They have biz on the RJs. Fun fact, the longest CRJ route in the world are things like IAH to Toronto and Calgary. IAH, is that the... Where's that? Is that Houston? Houston or Dallas, Fort Worth, but that doesn't look like Fort Worth. All right, so we are up to cruising. It's gonna hold the altitude. We'll get the N1, get that down to about 80. Or it actually tells you right here, 88.1. It's like just a slight adjustment. I think that should be fine. It's gonna be 87, 88. Houston, okay, Houston. How do I add my overlay to my flight simulator so it shows on my screen when I'm flying. Because one way of doing it is when you go into your assistants. Where's that island? Where's the HUD? I think it's like, no, it's not in here. Yeah, you'd have to take a look into settings if you want the HUD. Normally the HUD is by default when you're on the exterior. I've actually taken it off, but when I go into exterior or drone, you don't even see that. But for the stuff at the top, I think it's made for streamers, so. Had lunch with a real-life SkyWest CRJ first officer 2 weeks ago and really picked his brain on techniques, FMC usage, and some quirks in the Aerosoft CRJ. They're applicably to the real plane. And yeah, but what JF said, Airstud said, Sim Thandy, that's correct. But yeah, Marsh, yeah, while we were in San Diego, I had met a, he's now like a civilian in with the Air Force, but he flew a CRJ, maybe a 200 or a 500 or something, for, I think it was a subsidiary. Was it Con Air? I know Con Air is a movie, but it was like something very similar to that. But he had sent me one of his old manuals from like 2002. He sent that over so I could take a look at the real manual. It's like, ah, thanks. You need to introduce me to these people at the next. Yeah, Calm Air. That's what it is a former subsidiary of Delta, and exactly. And it was a Calm Air CRJ manual. It's nice. Spun off and absorbed by another regional like Mesa or something. Okay. Every time I hear Mesa, I think of mesothelioma. All the commercials I've seen on your American TV, it's always about mesothelioma. And all the suing injury lawyers wanting to sue about that. But I like this Air Canada Express, and they added some dirt to it. This is not the Aerosoft Air Canada Express one. It's one from FlightSim.to. But last night I added the beta for Sim Update 8, and so now that gives me some settings in the sensitivity for the Tobii eye tracker. So that's great. And because now you pretty much have 6 DOF, and you can actually move over from side to side I've turned that off in my case because I was trying some stuff out and I had that on, but where I'm seated, it was actually like putting me behind the seat, so I'd have to like tweak it some more. Our ground speed's 377. Asbestos, très dangereux. Just like Asobo, très dangereux. Asobo and asbestos. Put them in the same category. Because so I added the beta last night, and I go to load in a flight, CTD, as it's loading the flight. And the thing is not all my DLCs were connected, because what I did was I did a backup, but I also moved everything from the C drive over to the D drive, and I should have did this a long time ago, but there was like these apps that would do it and create these links. Well, now you don't even need those links. You just take it and you set it to the D drive, and then you tell the sim all the packages are in the D drive. Boom. So I did that, but then all my Contrail and Orbix stuff that had links, well, those links were now broken, so I had to verify the files, or with Contrail, like the 35 DLCs I have over there, what I did was I just flipped them over from the D drive Contrail folder to the D drive community folder now. We should be getting close to top of descent. Let's get back inside. Check out the legs. Bring this down 1300. Have to manage the throttle here. Yeah, I need vertical speed. Vertical speed. Felix, hola, ¿cómo estás? Muy bien. Welcome aboard. This is leg 1 of 4 today. Going to... Starting from Ottawa, and final destination will be Ottawa. But going to Toronto, down to DC, to DCA, which is Reagan. Then back to Toronto, then back to Ottawa. It's pretty much bringing some diplomats back and forth. Actually, diplomats would be on this. It would be taking a Air Canada Express flight. Yeah, so I do have to adjust this because now I can't turn as much. That's because of the settings I've chosen. Take me a little bit to fiddle daddle with this, but yep. I think, what did he tell me? Like 4? Yeah, like I should have did my descent a long time ago. Gonna get some speed brake on. Slow this down to 220. But if I do that 220, we're not going to go down. Let's go back to VS. VS, 2,000 feet minimum right now. I don't know what's the max on this for vertical speed. Obviously, you don't want to go 90 degrees down, but ¿Qué quiere decir esa última parte de su nombre de usuario? Speed will come down pretty quick at idle thrust. That's right. I could go straight to idle. What was it? Amoeba. And then runway 23 approach. Yeah, we're very close. Very, very, very close. But speed brakes completely on. Engine's thrust is at idle. Should be able to make it here. Howdy, popcorn, brother. Hey, goofball. Yeah, I'll work on something for you for your shoutouts. Got to. I might just go back to some of the goofy stuff. Go with the theme, alright? Go with the theme of goofball. Yeah, it's gonna keep dropping. Yeah, down on almost to 180 right now. No, bro. Hey, thanks. Hey, you guys are like two Texans, Goofball and Marsh. I think Goofball is in like Dallas and Marsh is like Houston. Houston, we have a problem. Okay, I'll now we're under 18,000. Get the barometer. Gonna like go to the speed brakes now because we're now under 180. Howdy. Yeah, huge rivalry. Go Cowboys if you're not playing the tees. Oh, we're 18 or 19, so yeah, about like 5-6 minutes. I'm near Dallas, not in Dallas. I have no loyalty to Dallas, and I absolutely dislike the Cowboys. LMFAO. Yep. Yeah, my brother's a Cowboys fan. I told him about the press release that Roger Goodell came up with, released a couple of weeks ago. If you haven't heard, because the past 2 years, one of the Super Bowl teams has been the host of the Super Bowl. So starting next year, they want to have a neutral site all the time. So all Super Bowls going forward will now be at AT&T Stadium in Dallas. All right, so we're down to 13. Yeah, get. 8,000, so might as well go with 6,500. This, I'll be going to Houston next fall for the Texans-Eagles game. I'm an Eagles fan. Oh. I hate going to the Cowboys-Eagles games. The fans are absolutely obnoxious. My brother went to a Buffalo game. Buffalo and the Cowboys. And he had Tony Romo jersey. That's when he was the QB. And he said he got people wanting to pick fights with him. Chucking beer at him. Calling him all these names. Just because he was a Cowboy fan. It's like, what? I hate going to Cowboys-Texans game. No fewer than 100 fights in the stands. Yeah. I bet. I can actually slow down the vertical speed. I didn't understand the fighting. I'm just there to enjoy a football game. I'm not trying to put myself or someone else in a wheelchair. Yeah, that's right. I still remember first time I went to a football game, it was the Patriots against the LA Raiders. And towards the end, this was in Foxborough, and towards the end of the game, these Raider fans, they had some signs. I don't know, it just touched a guy, and then there was a big fight. And my brother and I, we were like little kids, and parents were like, all right, let's go this way, kids. Just to avoid the, oh yeah, I can't forget here, the nose wheel, turn that off. Because some people, they say they land a CRJ, and it's all like squealy when you come for a landing. Well, it's because you have the nose wheel on. It's like, you gotta have that thing straight or else it is gonna go squealy. Let's see. And it's at Calvi, it's at 3,000. All right, let's bring her down. 3,000. All right, close that up. Yeah, it's about 8 miles. 8 miles, and we're not in what, Detroit? This is not what's his face now? Eminem. 8 miles. Luckily, because we are in different conferences, we only play every 4 years. Yeah. I usually try to go Eagle Cowboys with a group of Eagle fans. I have a lot of Cowboy fan friends who like to banter, but it'll never anything stupid or serious. My loyalty to the state of Texas makes me often root for the Texans because they aren't the Cowboys. Alright, here we go. One last wing view before we go for the land. Five miles. Let's put the yeah, it's these clouds are pretty low in Toronto. Gotta say.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are about to land. Please remain seated until we have stopped.
No shit, Sherlock, we're about to land. It's either we're about to land or we're about to crash. Alright. Let's see. Oh, it's raining. I can see it's glitching up. What's that? Speed too low for flaps, 20 knots from stall, 10 brace. Yeah, so here I still got to manage the throttle then, even on approach, because there is no auto thrust. All right, so
1,000. Sync rate. Sync rate.
that's it. No. All right, take the AP off. Yeah. Took the AP off. Got too high. Yeah, now too slow.
300. 200.
Come on, United, get off the runway. I'm gonna blame it on United. That was United's fault. That's all I gotta say. United's fault. Alright, let's get to the gate. Welcome to Toronto, where United likes to just stay on the runway for some reason. All right, let's get the let's get a gate. Contact ground.
Please remain seated until the aircraft has come to a complete stop.
Doesn't matter anyways. It's not gonna do anything. It's not gonna take the water away. Oh yeah, now I can like put the arm the nose wheel. So this is what you do, United. Once you get off of the runway there, you can stop after you get off the runway. Like here, I'm gonna like stop. And like my mom told me when I was a little kid, look on both sides of the street before crossing it. Wait. Oh, Jazz. Is that the same flight number? One of my colleagues over there, Jazz. Sorry, the U8 was from Houston. Don't get any smoother than OFPM. Thanks for the super chat, Marsh. I feel obligated to compensate you for the ill-mannered runway management by a Houston originating flight operated by my hometown airline. Thanks a lot, Marsh. Again, always great with those super chat comments. Well below VREF. Gonna drop like a rock. I don't even know what the landing speed was on that, but I'll take a look. Volanta should have been recording that, so where the hell are we going here? Gotta get back to work. Bye for now. Flew to CRJ last weekend filming an Australian flight complete with fake Aussie accent and remembered why I loved it so much. Yeah, but maybe when you're done work, I'll still be here on my way back to Ottawa. But yeah, have a good rest of your day. Don't work too hard. So we're just taxiing here to the gate. We'll then refuel, set the new flight plan from Toronto to Washington DC, and then we'll be pushing back. It'll be a pretty quick turnaround here. And by that, I don't mean like 3 minutes. Might be like 10-15 minutes, maybe 20 minutes turnaround. Because everything's all set, we don't have to change anything. Except I forgot my landing lights. And I got taxi lights are on now. We're really doing the taxiing here all over the place. And just to let you know, month of February, what I'm doing is trying to do a campaign here for membership campaign. If you see just above my head, we're at, I think we're at 9 out of 25. If we hit 25 by the end of the month, then I'll be doing a draw for from those members for a $25 gift card to Contrail. So you're not obligated, but if you want to help support the channel, you can definitely do so. And if we hit that goal, then you'll have a chance to win a prize. If we don't hit that goal, well, we'll just try the next month. And then every 25 after that, I'll just add an additional $25 gift card. Yeah, going. All right, we're on the home stretch here. Not of today's flights, but of getting to the gate. Got some WestJet, American Airlines. Emirates are here. Speed's a little too quick. Yeah, look at that massive. That must be an A380 right there. That should be Aerosoft's Simple Traffic. And here I've got a mix of Simple Traffic from Aerosoft and LandVFR's static aircraft for Asobo airports, so default airports. And we've also got the Jetway Pro from LandVFR. So if you're around when we're in Ottawa, the extension of the Jetway was default. So that flipped over to LandVFR's Jetway Pro. And then this is a default airport. So they're all going to be Jetway Pro. So you get the bell ringing, just like in real life. For some reason, some people they think is gimmicky, but really it's not. It's more realistic than not having the sound. Where? Ah, come on. Someone parked in my spot. I know, above all else, it's one of my colleagues here in Canada. From the big company. Alright, let's see how we fit here. Where's Buddy waving his arms? Put the parking brake on. Let's actually go back up here. Overhead panel. Should actually, I think I've got to get the let's see what happens here. Passenger door. Yeah, that's fine. I want to let them free. I think it's because
Ladies and gentlemen, the door is open. Please make your way to the exit and please make sure you have all your personal items and carry-on luggage.
it's a jetway. Do I have to go in the EFB? Let's go EFB. Yeah, jetway should. Oh well, it's because of the other aircrafts right there, anyways. So just gonna do the change around, so it'll be a few minutes. We'll get just get something to eat and flip the plane, and then we'll get restarted here very shortly. So where is my... Yes, yeah, sorry about that. Yeah, so CTD. Good thing it was at the gate while setting up the next flight. But, oh well. Just waiting for it to load back up. And it's like, the CTDs, it doesn't matter. It's like beta of the Sim Update 8, and we're still getting CTDs. So, I don't know. I don't know what to say about them. So it says airtime should be 1 hour to KDCA. Joe bought a coffee. Sweet. Thanks a lot, Joe. It was the venti iced caramel macchiato, right? Thanks a lot, Joe. Now I'll have enough coffee for one more flight. Oh, it's in my inbox. Exactly. No problem. Thanks for the streams. Yeah, it's been fun. Are we getting another CTD? Because the music cuts out, like from Microsoft. No, we're good. We're good. But yeah, they next week we're gonna try to figure out what I can do, because I gotta now start working on some tax stuff, and with the tax season coming up. Let's get rid of the. There we go. Instrumental version. Oh, no, it's working up there. That's good. Okay. But yeah, Sim Update 8 will bring a lot of new benefits, lots of fixes, but you're not gonna have a sim without CTDs. I'm just gonna go on a limb right now, and I'm gonna say in 2027 you'll still be getting CTDs in Microsoft 2020 or Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020. In 2027 you'll still be getting CTDs. Mark my words there. It's gonna happen. Because the thing is, like, people complain stuff, but the thing is you're never gonna have something completely polished out, because it's a constantly evolving world. And the thing is like let's say this this bridge right here, if there's one thing wrong with the coding of that bridge, it can cause the whole system to fail. You got like a massive world. It's not like, and the thing is, you got different specs. On PC, it's a wide range. Xbox, obviously, you got like 2 ranges. You got the Series X and the Series S. But yeah, I would expect to see CTDs, but like some people are like, oh, I've never had a CTD in my life, like with Microsoft Flight Simulator. They're probably lying, or they're not in a simulator much. And every time I want to say, my mind wants to say like play, but I'm like, no, that's not the word. It's a simulator. It's not play. But I think it's sort of like COVID. You just gotta learn to live with it. Period. It's always gonna be around. Eventually it'll die out. Yeah, I think I gotta like start like doing like a medical channel on Microsoft Flight Simulator. Xbox is a sandbox. They even said it in the conferences as limitation. Yeah, that's what it is, and that's where like PMDG, when they put an aircraft in, like when all these like PC add-ons are being built, they're not in a sandbox. So then to convert them over to Xbox, Microsoft have to put them in a sandbox because of security issues. Everything has to be closed off so that, because the idea is that a console can never be hacked. It's like, why don't you do the same thing for PCs then? But this is a long loading time just to get into the sim. I haven't even like put my marker on Toronto yet. Well, I think I'm gonna have to tell my wife supper's gonna be tomorrow night, as we wait for the CTDs to flesh out here. And really, there's really nothing I can prep right now. I've got my flight plan. It's not like I gotta create that. It's already created. Flight level, cruising altitude is going to be flight level 330. 1 hour airtime. Other than that, it's just monologue till it. Here we go. Here we go. And if you haven't already, make sure you smash that like button. Just helps with the algorithm and all that jazz. You hear it all the time. Most of the time, I don't say it anymore. I used to say it early in a video. I just have a little like animation that pops up, and then I just say it at the end. Sometimes I decide not to. Where am I? Yeah, let's go to. One thing with the Sim Update 8 is gonna have an example here would be KDCA, or that's New York. KDCA. So KDCA is actually in the marketplace. It's from Drozwecki. Oh, it's not showing now. Because I saw this last night. San Diego. No, not that San Diego. So it's got to be because I have a DLC already. It's not gonna give me the option. Let's go Mexico City. Weird. It was working last night. Maybe they took that feature out. I don't know. But you can click on it and it'd say you got one offer, and it's to go into the marketplace to buy it. So right off of the world map. All right, let's go Pearson. Pearson International departure. Not that Pearson. Or here. We'll go right to the runway. Save the time that we lost from the CTD. Conditions. Live. Yeah, that's what we'll do. So then all I've got to do is then create the flight plan and the FMC, set up a few things, and it's ready for takeoff. Oh, shoot. It's not ready for takeoff because of the default setting. Keach and Chung. I've seen that name the other day. Options, maintenance. Let's... Zero fuel weight, 69674. Enter. Fuel is 9,975. 975. Conditions are wet. Do flaps 8. Where is that? Man? Okay. Yaw damper. That's good. Flaps are set. Overhead. Yeah, everything should be fine up there. Let's go to the FMC. Next page. So this is Charlie, Yankee Zulu, Kilo, Delta Charlie Alpha. Execute. Next page. It's discontinuity. So perf and hit. Legs. PSB. Two, three Brigus. That's right. And then arrival. Skills 4. Gonna be 19. Or nav 19. Vectors or Fergie? I don't know. We'll see when we get there. Get back to the legs. And I think we're ready now. Just the 6.8 is the takeoff trim. What is it? 6.8. There we go, 6.8. Presto. No taxiing, nothing. We can get up in the air here. Seatbelts and no smoking. Why are they off? No, they're both on. That's good.
Ladies and gentlemen, the captain has advised that we are now cleared for takeoff.
Positive rate. Gear up. So we're gonna go up to 10,000 to start with. Vertical speeds. VNav's on. Gotta check out what is this? Vector to Murno. And do some Rigas. Mickey. That's PSB and Shiloh. Shiloh skills. Baltimore. Well, we're going up to 330. I'll go away very shortly. Watch at 3,000 here. Can't see the plane? Did I? Oh no, in multiplayer? We should be able to. We're going to Myrtle. And I see what happened there. The vectors just kept me going. Oh, it's, yeah, okay. Yeah, black screen, and you can probably see, but it was working. Yeah, I'll just put it on display then. Yeah, because I looked up and I saw it was working, but it then revert back to what it was before. Sorry about that. I thought you were meaning like you couldn't see me in multiplayer. But I was like, yeah, I can see the Cheech and Chong. That's definitely multiplayer. I can see the frame with the altitude, yeah. Okay, yeah, it should be good now. You can see it. Frame rate's like 15 to 30. It's crazy. But what I find even crazier is where to just go to Rias. Yeah, I definitely got to go through the FMC because some weird stuff going on. So Rodriguez, head into Murky, and then it should be PSB. PSB, Shiloh. skills than Baltimore. Eyes, ADDWD, Megs, Nays, and then we roll towards Fergie, Derek. Yeah, which is on. What the hell is this? This other line. Yeah. No clue what this other stuff is. We're at flight level 300. Because it's almost as if it then comes back. Where's his bag? Yeah, I got a feeling too. I'm almost barfing. Not exactly sure why it's going a little wonky, but do you have any gravel? Yeah, pretty much. What I'm not getting is this double line. It's like it leaves Mickey and it comes back to Mickey. I was still in toga. Oh man. We're on altitude. We've got 200 miles out. I put landing rate calculator. It's like lending. No. What the? Oh man. That's ridiculous. Ridiculous. Well, I think I'm gonna cut it at that because really? That's what? 2 CDDs just on this stream? That's just ridiculous. That's overkill. And I'm on the beta for Sim Update 8. So FYI, things aren't looking good for Sim Update 8. Yes, new new fixes and stuff, and new settings for for some people, but this is ridiculous. 2 CTDs in what? Under 3 hours. Under 3 hours, 2 CTDs. You have too many CTDs, man. And the thing about it is, it's like to reinstall everything. I just installed the beta. Like, there's no need to reinstall. Just. All right, I guess we'll leave it like that. Back on Monday. I don't know if I'll be doing a Monday afternoon, but Monday night we'll do something. A SoCal flight, GA flight. Probably like San Diego and moving up. Not exactly sure how far. Maybe we can go San Diego to San Fran, but I think it's a little too far. But I'll create a plan and I'll put that in the Discord. And then, but yeah, I'm working on some videos over the weekend, and that's permitting that, Flight Simulator cooperates. Because actually, it wasn't yesterday. Wednesday night, I was filming some stuff, and I ended up with like 3 or 4 CTDs. So I'm gonna start reporting these things to them and see if they get fixed. But thanks everyone for showing up. Thanks again, Marsh, for the super chat, and Joe for the cup of coffee, and everyone else for showing up, watching or chatting or just lurking. But thanks a lot. Have a great weekend, and